for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Logan Thomas, 45 yards. And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the former Auburn kicker, Daniel Carlson, to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This is taken just shy of the 10. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Again, they run with Campbell. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a first carry for their fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. His throw incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it was really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier?
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. The 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage. Was going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. Jackson now to return. And he is going to be tackled at the 1-yard line. What a mess that was.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. Throwing now is Rodgers. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Now Rodgers. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. They go up the middle with Campbell. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out. And they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Rodgers now to throw. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Patrick Willis. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone That means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll hand this to Campbell, running right. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball, the ones in the huddle doing the chirping, right now I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Patrick Willis. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. I mean, that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect we'll go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
9 yards on the 1st down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1. Newton now to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. DK Metcalf, 41 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be a possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by 9-time Pro Bowler Ed Reed. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn. Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Newton. That's going to be caught by Moss. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Newton rolling to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
20.
Here's Newton. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Cam Newton, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From the 6. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They're inching closer and closer here to their own goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. Intensity level will be off the charts.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes rolling to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. He finds his man, complete. It's Gibbs. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know they'll be back the very next series.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Newton now to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Down inside the 10. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Earl Campbell, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Ravens will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one taken just inside the 10. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive? And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Patrick Willis. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken from about the 12. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick-6. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. They turn to Taylor on 4th. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. 1st and 10, Taylor now. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Off the option, here's Taylor.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. There'll be some contact going on.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you point out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. From the 25 on 2nd down, Mahomes. Quick completion here to Johnson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll send Moss in motion right. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. The back deep, Cooper Kupp. Fielded at about the 28. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. On first down, Mahomes. Then he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Lawrence Taylor collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes, he finds his man Johnson. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 35. Mahomes going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Second down and goal. Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Oh, and he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this first half will come to an end. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And here's the first carry of the game for the former Eagle, LaShawn McCoy. And he is going to lose yardage here. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
They fake the give. Newton. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. On the handoff, here's Campbell.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal. They'll give to the big man, Campbell. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now Thomas will come in motion right. Now Newton on third and goal. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. Touchdown! Earl Campbell. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
It was on 85.
Still, that's up. At home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Extra point by
Ooh,
Carlson.
that was crazy.
And it's now 21-0.
Crazy.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded right around the 8. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Mahomes. He finds his man complete. It's Gibbs. Touchdown, Eagles. From 10 yards out. And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So that, Charles, their first score of the ballgame, obviously, coming here in the 3rd quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but
Do it again.
something for them to build on.
Try me one more game.
They can actually score against that defense.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
On 2nd down, it's Campbell, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Then he will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one. On the final act of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive. Round 1. Welcome back now here in London. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 2nd down, ball on the 3. 1st down marker at the 1-yard line. Running play, it's Earl Campbell. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Earl Campbell taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman. And the Eagles will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. Mahomes takes it himself. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Taylor fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And I think the offense got it back. Yes, they did.
That's
and
booty.
The 2-yard line is where they'll have it. So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Calvin Johnson, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. McPherson now for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the 1st. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, Newton to keep it. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Newton's going to throw it. He'll buy some time right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
They'll run with a big man Campbell. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. This to make it a 3-score game late. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure now this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. Throwing here, Newton. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. DK Metcalf. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, they certainly have the look of a team with something to prove, don't they? All week, as we prepared for this game, we kept reading about how they said they're going to play a full 60 minutes this week. Has nothing to do with their opponent. No disrespect intended, but they wanted to be people of their word, playing this thing all the way out, trying to finish it strong.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
One of 2 spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First play from scrimmage, Newton going to throw it.
Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
A first carry for the Hall of Famer. It's Earl Campbell. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now Newton. Eluding and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
After the sack on 1st down, Newton. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Well, CD, these two teams barely off the buses, and this defense already has a sack, and now the interception and the pick 6 to take the lead.
Partner, you have to think that this was part of their game plan coming in because they wanted to embrace an aggressive mindset and attack on defense. They were trying to force that quick miscue, and I would say that their plan worked to perfection.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT.
It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll go option to the short side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the 1st.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Campbell.
And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They'll send Moss in motion right. Now on 2nd and 13. Newton.
Drops this one off to McCoy underneath. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. On 2nd and 10, Newton. He finds McCoy. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Newton on first down. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
On first down, Montana. He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another first down run right there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for first.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Cam's throw complete there to Thomas. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Give the sack to Lawrence Taylor.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him. And I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
To try again after the sack. Montana looking deep for Demarius. Touchdown Falcons. Demarius Thomas, 54 yards. And the Falcons continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 10. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp. And
for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, and he has thrown in his first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
Play action. It's Montana. Looking long for Thomas. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Demarius Thomas with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons continue to pull away here in this first half. And now it's blocked. And now the Ravens get it. Look at this. across middle of the field, a breakaway. 30, 10, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Well, I think I need an oxygen mask after those last 2 plays, CD. The long touchdown followed by the even longer return on the block PAT.
I wonder if after that long touchdown, if someone actually needed a play off and didn't take it, and maybe that was the breakdown in protection led to the block.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Throwing right side, that's complete to Demaryius Thomas. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now a first down throw for Newton.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. A final shot before the break. Newton. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Snatched by the safety Ed Reed.
And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
This one fielded at the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now.
This is intercepted.
Picked off by the veteran Richard Sherman. And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Here we go. To throw on 2nd and 10. Newton. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Newton. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
Here we go on fourth. Newton. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Isaiah Pacheco with his second touchdown of the night. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
The seasoned vet out of Penn State, Cameron Wake, in to drop him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's fourth. They snap it to Newton. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So from the 36 now, first and 10. They'll send Moss in motion right. On first down, it's Newton. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. Second and 24. Out of the gun, Newton. And now here is another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone.